And here we are with another Samsung Galaxy A series phone. This time, we will be checking out this Samsung Galaxy A80, the motorized flipping camera wonder of the A series. I was lucky to get some early hands-on on this when it was launched on April 10th at Bangkok. I already covered the A70 on my previous video. It was pretty much a slightly better Samsung Galaxy A50. Now the A80 on the other hand is a huge departure from those two, actually totally different from the usual design of the Galaxy A series phone. Now starting off with the design, the A80 has a premium 3D glass design with a metal frame. It feels really big and bulky on the hand, although it does feel very sturdy and premium. It's built like a tank. It's just that it's so big, it's really hard to use one-handed. This is definitely something that you should use two hands with most of the time. The power button is at the right side and the volume rocker is to the left. At the bottom, you get a USB Type-C port, down-firing speaker, and the SIM tray. Now this phone does not have a headphone jack, which is a bummer since Samsung is marketing this as a phone for live video creation. Being able to plug in an external microphone through the headphone jack to enhance the audio would have been a cheaper solution. Well, you could still buy microphones that make use of the USB Type-C port though, which is a lot expensive, but that would mean you cannot charge the phone at the same time, which I think you'll be doing a lot during a live video. Now what makes the A80 stand out is its rising and flipping motorized rear cameras. The phone does not have a dedicated selfie camera at all. It uses the same camera at the back and flips to the front when you hit the selfie button. The back rises up first, then the camera rotates afterwards. The back is now blank and the rear cameras are now at the front. The whole point of the rotating cameras on the Samsung Galaxy A80 is so you can utilize the same great cameras on the rear of the phone on the front. Most smartphones tend to give you excellent rear cameras, but inferior front snappers. With Samsung aiming the Galaxy A80 and the rest of its A series at young people who like to create, share, and send live video content, it makes sense to give them the best camera experience no matter which way they're using the phone. It's pretty fun to look at, but in reality, this kind of motorized feature is a little bit questionable in terms of durability. I'm just wondering if it will still work after a single drop. Plus, with the added complexity of the spinning camera, there's even more things to potentially break. The moving section also means it will be difficult to fit a case which properly protects all of the phone. But it looks like there are already some third-party case makers that will provide cases for the phone when it comes out. Here are some of the sample cases that they are offering. Now what the pop-up camera does provide, however, is an all-screen display which isn't uninterrupted by a notch or punch hole camera for an eye-catching overall look. With a Full HD Plus resolution and Super AMOLED panel, the display on the Galaxy A80 is bright, clear, and colorful, which is really great for gaming or for binge watching on Netflix. Samsung is calling it the new Infinity display. The bezels are so thin, even the chin is surprisingly small. The screen is almost edge to edge. It looks so darn seamless. For me, it's the best kind of display to have. Period. Oh, by the way, there's an in-display fingerprint scanner here too, a feature which has generally been reserved for flagship devices. So it's really great to see it on mid-range phones as well. Now coming to the cameras, the Galaxy A80 has a triple camera setup. It has a huge 48 megapixel main sensor, an 8 megapixel ultra-wide sensor, and the third camera is a 3D depth sensor. I don't know the megapixels, they did not mention it, but yeah, it provides excellent background blur for the live focus mode, which blurs the background of your shots while keeping the foreground in focus. And here are some sample shots I got with the phone. I gotta say, they look exceptionally sharp even in low light and have very good background blurring too. And here's a sample 1080p video. I gotta say, the stabilization on this is just superb. I did use the super steady video mode on this and it looks so darn fantastic. It definitely looks like I'm shooting with a gimbal. And here's how the selfie video looks like when using the rear cameras. I just realized that it's actually perfect for vlogging. The image quality is really good and it's easy to carry around. Great replacement for those big chunky DSLRs with the Gorilla Pod on. Yeah, the selfies also look great. Well, what can you expect? It kind of used the rear cameras. And finally, we come to the specs. This thing has the newest Snapdragon 730 chip from Qualcomm. It also has 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigabytes of internal storage. Battery is not bad as well, with 3700 milliamperes per hour, which also has 25 watts of super fast charging. Very nice. So far, there's no actual pricing announced yet for Asian countries, but will be available in Europe on the 29th of May, which has a price of 649 euros, which is about 730 US. Hopefully, it will be cheaper in my country when it comes out, as I'm really excited to check this out. So far, the Galaxy A80 is looking to be a very promising phone, not only for those doing live videos, but also for people who want to do gaming, watching movies or videos, and of course, people who do vlogging as well. It's actually a perfect tool to do YouTube videos on on. So yeah, really excited to review this soon, and also the A70. So be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss it. This is Vince the Maker from TechBeans, and I'll see you on the next video.